All right, welcome back to the Coach Mac Show. It seems like every time we're around a football coach, it's raining, lightning delays. We wanted to do the show tonight from Maiden Field, and Lord and behold, it got another rain delay.
Tell you, it's been a tough fall so far with the lightning delays. Every one of our football games has been delayed with lightning somewhat. Last Friday, we got delayed for our pregame warm-up, but we finally got it going pretty much on time. But it's been some tough weather with the heat, the rain, the lightning. But hopefully, maybe soon we can move past that and get some real fall weather.
Get us some fall football weather.
I hear you.
It's well, before we get too far into this, the Maidens right here, we're winning 11-2. They've announced they're going to have to reschedule the game, start all over from the beginning.
Yep, probably a doubleheader, probably at third place. So that's too bad because it looked like we had some things going early on. And
they did. First inning, 11-2.
Putting some runs up, 11 runs, I believe, in the first inning. So
yes, sir.
And still going.
And the Braves across the way won this afternoon, 12-8. Mm-hmm. So congratulations to those guys. Coach, we opened up Bradwell, went up there, up to Hinesville, military atmosphere, which I'm into that. I like the military, the patriotic theme and all. Opened up with a 98 yard.
I believe it was.
Kickoff return. Curtis Nixon just continues to stroll. He's doing good.
Well, last week we had a good week all week long, and we had a good trip up there. I felt really good about the game, although we had some injuries. I believe we had 4 guys starting for the first time on the varsity level. I think I gave that to you on there on the roster. And a little concerned about that. And again, they're a 5A school. We're a single A school. Not many. Actually, I don't think there's any single A schools playing up like we play up.
Right.
2 5A schools back-to-back weeks. But our kids came out and played really well. The kickoff return by Curtis Nixon was outstanding. The passing game, Trey Harrington was really on. Dave Ron Reed, outstanding game. Just over 100 yards receiving, 10 catches. But we really spread the ball around. A lot of people caught the ball. We had a lot of catches, I believe, by Malik Brunson, number 2. Yep. He's a junior. And then also freshman Ethan Sauls caught a couple and caught a touchdown. And then, like I said, Dave Ron Reed really came on. And also Brad Milton. We didn't even expect Brad Milton to be playing in this game. We felt like he was more B-team level right now. Had to put him in. He comes up with 3 big catches.
Very good.
I think we might have found something there.
So he made the most of an opportunity.
So that's right. We put him in the game. He had the opportunity, caught the balls, and we're real proud of the job he's done. So we're real excited about the way the game went. If people weren't up there or watched it on your broadcast, they have a beautiful brand new stadium.
Nice
Jumbotron. The place holds.
Never seen that before personally.
I believe the place holds 10,000 people. It's a beautiful field house in the end zone they have. So it's really a neat place to play football. Hopefully, maybe we'll keep them on our schedule since we've had such good luck with them, and get to play them again up there soon. So
they were great hosts.
They really were. It was a great atmosphere, like you said before we got going. Military atmosphere. They got a big military base there. They really had a lot of that going on, and it was really fun to be there.
Now I understand that Trey set a school record, or did he tie it? 34 completions?
I really don't know if he exactly what that is, but it's the most I can remember. Back in the Jeremy Privet days, back in 2003, I know we were throwing the ball like we are right now.
Right.
And I know Jeremy had some huge games, but I'd have to ask Glenn Hughes. He's my sports
man.
He's my sports information guy, and he hasn't let me know one way or another, but I know it was an outstanding game by him. And an outstanding game by our receivers, all of our receivers. And though we had 2 starters out at wide receiver, that I was really concerned about. But, again, the other guys stepped up.
Yeah.
I really want to mention a group that nobody talks about unless they make a mistake, and that's the offensive line.
Yeah.
We threw the ball nearly 60 times, and we had no sacks.
No sacks.
That group of 5 guys up there gave up no sacks.
I don't think he was even hurried, was he?
Really, Combs, number 79, Cooter Combs, he had a great game. Did a great job at right offensive tackle, especially he stood out to me as having a great game. So that offensive line did a great job, really proud of the job they did.
Yeah, we try to give them credit on the sports page. Well, you always got to get a shot. Tammy will get a shot of that offensive line, and we'll throw it up there. I think we've included them in with receivers on their cover photo this week. And we always try to give those guys, because they're they're the grunts. They're doing the work, and sometimes they get overlooked.
You know, the offensive line and defensive line, but especially the offensive line, in practice, if you come watch practice, those are the guys that after practice they're filthy. I mean, they got their hand in the dirt every play. Every play they're going at each other. So it's a tough job, and I'm really proud of the job those guys done. Coach Russ Murray has been coaching my offensive line for many years now, and a former player of mine. And I know that he's done a great job with that group. And Coach, of course, Paul Wittenberg, who's retired down in Hilliard, Florida, we brought him up here to help us. And he loves being down there with those offensive linemen. It's a big group. It's a smart group. And they did an outstanding job last week, picking up many blitzes, many stunts up front, and did a great job. I'm really proud of the job they did.
Anytime you throw the ball as much as we do and go an entire game without, really, I don't think he was even rushed. That's just a fantastic job by the offense.
Great job by that group, and we made sure they knew it. And we were talking right after the game. I knew right away. I said, we didn't give up a sack. We need to draw attention.
Let these guys know.
Let them know right now. We gave them an extra hamburger after the game, I think.
I was close.
Yeah.
I was close. Well, let's flip over to the defensive line. They had a big play. Tion Burrows, I believe it was Tion.
Tion Burrows, a sophomore defensive lineman. He caught he went up high and got a ball.
He
took
did.
it all the way back by the goal line. Great job by Tion. Tion made a lot of good plays. That whole group made a lot of great plays. Especially again, Will Gowan. Will Gowan and number 44, Anthony Jackson, defensive end. His first varsity start.
Freshman again?
Sophomore. Led us in tackles. With 7.5 each. Will had I think a sack and a half. Anthony Jackson had a sack. And of course, Toby Dasher, number 65, made a couple of really big plays. Really proud of the job they did. And also, I thought at inside linebacker, Drake Gillis did a good job. So I thought that whole group really came on and played very well. We gave up some big plays. And I wasn't real pleased with our tackling. And Coach Woods, Norris Woods, my defensive coordinator, and I told him right on the sidelines during the middle of the game, I said, I know what we're doing next week. We're working on tackling. And I told him, I said, before we fuss at the kids, we got to look at ourselves. How much have we really been practicing and teaching tackling and the way we should, and not enough. So that's really on us. We've worked hard every day this week so far, worked on our tackling. Hopefully this week it shows up that we've been working on it.
All right, very good. Well, let's hit the special teams. Something that I read, I don't know it for a fact, but I read it, that we haven't kicked a field goal up until Friday night since 2011. So special teams played a role Friday night.
I think Goober kicked the last field goal for us up there at Prince Avenue. We kicked the field goal, and that was the only points we scored that night. But this guy, Thomas Johnson, I tell you what, he's going to be a good one. He's the real deal. He came to us, moved. His parents are from here. His mother's from here. They were in Germany for a while. Father was in the military, and they moved home, moved back to Folkestone. And when he came, I got to meet him this summer. And when he finally got everything organized, he came out first day of practice. And just watching him kick the first time, I thought he has a chance to be pretty good. Coach Thomas Brooks, new to our staff, new to our high school. Coach Brooks has really been working with him, taking a lot of time during practice to work with him, and now he's a bona fide field goal and extra point kicker. And he's a freshman. He's a freshman. He's getting stronger in the weight room. I really think by the time Thomas is a senior, I think he has a chance to be a college prospect, field goal kicker and extra point kicker. He's really doing a good job.
Very good. All right, Coach Chris, are we about to a point? All right, well, we're going to take a short break, and we'll come back and we'll talk about Fitzgerald.
The Folkestone Pharmacy, your original hometown pharmacy for over 45 years, is a proud sponsor of Charlton Sportsnet broadcasts. Folkestone Pharmacy accepts insurance from most local employers, including the City of Folkestone, Charlton County, Babcock and Wilcox, AJM, Charlton Memorial Hospital, and many others. The Folkestone Pharmacy wishes the Indians best of luck this season. Okefenokee Rural Electric Membership Corporation has been providing quality electric service at a competitive price to residential, commercial, and industrial customers in southeast Georgia and northeast Florida since 1939. For tips and advice on how to save electricity and stretch your energy dollars, Call 1-800-262-5131 and speak to your marketing representative. We are a cooperative owned by those we serve.
All right, welcome back to the Coach Mack Show. Coach, looking forward to Fitzgerald, another higher classification. We don't shy away from those games, do we?
No, it's geographically, it's tough for us to find single A teams because
Right.
even our region games are so far away. For us to find non-region small schools, we'd have to really do a lot of driving. And for all our people in Folkestone, I'd like to keep as close to home as we can.
Right.
We have the best band in the state of Georgia. You know, they travel so many people, take about 8 buses, I think, and we try to keep everybody as close as we can, which makes it tough on us. Makes us to where we have to play bigger schools. Fitzgerald is historically a great football team, and that's really no different this year. Coach Jason Strickland, this is the second year there. Coach Strickland, Jason, he's been one of my assistants here for several years. Left here to go to Lamar for a couple of years and got the Fitzgerald job. And I know him and I talked. We talked Sunday night for quite a while. This is really a tough game on both of us because I really care about him a lot. He's one of my best friends, and for us to have to play against each other, it makes it tough. And I hope it's tougher on him last year since he beat us so bad. But anyway,
maybe he'll come in feeling a little guilty.
Maybe we can turn it around a little bit. I don't know, but they're a very good football team. They run the ball. They run the ball tremendously. They run the wing tee, or actually a little bit of a hybrid version of the wing tee. They love the jet sweep. They bring back the fullback trap. They run what we call the Sally play, misdirection, bring it back. They do a lot of things with it. They will throw the football, but what they want to do is run it, and they do a good job of running the football. And Coach Strickland has nearly 100 players. A lot of good football players. The quarterback is just an outstanding football player. The wings, especially number 4, really good. So we know what we have to do. We have to stop the run, but yet the secondary has to be aware of the pass, and especially down the distance when it calls for it. But we expect it's going to be a tough-fought line of scrimmage football game, and I hope our kids don't go into it maybe like they did the Ware game. Looking back at the Ware game, I think our kids were a little bit maybe intimidated or felt like they felt like the outcome was certain that it wasn't going to be very good. Hopefully our guys this way have the idea that we're going to come in, we're going to compete. Although they're a bigger school, although they're a very good football team, state quarterfinals last year, hopefully our guys feel like we're going to compete with them. And I'm really hoping for that. I know we'll have a big crowd. They'll bring a big crowd. We'll have a big crowd. And we haven't been home we've been away for a week, so now we're going to be back home. I really hope that defensively we step up and try to compete with them, especially on the line of scrimmage. Their defense, of course, is a fast group. It's a big group of guys. A lot of speed. They base out of the 3 front, but they'll play a lot of things. I'm sure they'll bring the blitz. Offensive line has really worked hard on picking up the linebackers and switching off on protection and so forth. Doing a great job on that this week. Again, we still have the same injuries. Curtis Nixon was able to play a half last week. I don't think he's going to be able to play it all this week. He has a pulled groin muscle. It's really bothered him since summertime. And I think we're probably going to have to just keep him out this week.
Sit him out and get him ready for region run.
Getting ready for the region play with Wilcox a week from this week. And then, of course, Scott Birchall had the concussion at Ware County, missed last week. I was just informed a little while ago that he's been cleared by the neurologist. Still don't know what I want to do with that. I know he's been cleared by a doctor, but I may still be real cautious with him.
Let him ride, maybe.
Maybe a little cautious with him, kind of see how he does tomorrow and go from there. I don't want him to get a hit on his head too soon, you know. I mean, although the CAT scan did reveal he had a brain. We were excited about that he had a brain. So, and sometimes I worried about it, knowing Scott.
He's such a competitor.
Yeah, such a competitor, but and a little bit of a knucklehead too. But anyway, I can tell he's starting to get back to normal the last couple of days. So I don't know what's going to happen with him. We've got to kind of wait and see with him. But again, it's going to be a tough football game. I hope our crowd shows up. I hope they're excited. I hope we make a lot of noise when we're on defense and maybe try to inspire our players to hang in there against
milk jugs.
More milk jugs and cowbells maybe even, or something like that. Just as much noise as they can, and maybe our defense can compete with them, and hopefully offense we can continue to do what we do, and that's that spread the ball all over the field.
What do you expect out of them? I know you touched on it defensively, as far as with the spread. How do you spread them out? How does that affect their front four?
Their defense, there's really two ways to cover what we do. A lot of pressure, sacrifice on the coverage side of it, or a lot of coverage, sacrifice on the pressure. Now, that's really the two ways to do it. I'm sure that ideally he wants to bring some pressure and have solid coverage. I think our offensive line can handle the pressure. I really do. And I hope our wide receivers, like I tell our receivers, the key to playing wide receiver is great routes. Routes get you open. And when they run great routes, they end up with the football so often.
Yeah.
When they run bad routes, they don't. So hopefully we can just do the things we do it well, and have some success.
They did a good job holding on to the ball last Friday night.
Really did. A lot of completions. Like you
drops.
said, we had over 30 completions, possibly the most we've ever had in a game. Of course, throwing the ball nearly 60 times, that's throwing the ball a lot. You're bound to come up with some completions there.
Well, all right. We spoke briefly about the lockers. I know you said they're Friday, Monday.
Yeah, we think our lockers for our new field house, we're in the field house now.
Right.
There's still work going on around us in it. But we hopefully will get the lockers maybe Friday morning. Hopefully not. Hopefully actually Monday morning.
A lot of stuff going on Friday.
Friday we're a little busy, so we're hoping they'll come. They're coming from Pennsylvania where they're being made at. And they'll get here and we'll need to unload them, and then we'll probably need some help putting them in and the next week. And once we get that done, we're going to do a plaque drive. A plaque that's probably about 8 inches long and about 3 inches high, where somebody can put anything they want on it. They can honor a former student, they can honor a former football player, their sons, or it don't have to be just football, it can be anybody. Right. And it'll be hanging in that locker forever. It'll always be there. And it'll be $200. And if we can get all 75 lockers, if we can get 75 of those things at $200 a piece, then we'll have them paid off. And that's our goal right now. We're hoping to get some alumni interested in that and get that. I told people that even if they want to go in with somebody else, again, that plaque's going to start off blank, but then the guy, a man in Waycross who makes them for us, he'll put anything he wants on there. So if we have two former players that want to come together and put both their names on there, that's perfectly fine. The plaque is $200. What you want on there, we'll put anything on there you want.
Just not even profanity. Right?
Yeah, it could be a fan. It could be a fan. It could be an alumni. It can be anybody, a parent. It really don't matter. We want to put it up there and honor whoever puts it in there. It'll be up there forever. If it wears out or gets defaced a little bit, we'll simply replace it. But it'll be in there forever, guaranteed.
All right, Coach. I want to take a real quick moment, Coach, while we're on the show and out here at Maiden Field with the rain, the pouring rain. I want to thank Eddie Lambert for all the work he's done out there on that platform. He is an unsung hero out there working. I know Chris drove by. I've driven by. I think you've driven by. We've all seen him out there. And he's had help here and there a little bit, but I wanted to thank Eddie.
Well, like I said, I've driven by several times, and it's been extremely hot, and he's been by himself a lot of the time. So, yeah, people like that are very important. We all need help. Our programs to be successful, we need help. Whether it's something like this or just it's people helping to maybe feed the kids a pregame meal or anything like that. We're always looking for help. So if anybody ever wants to help any of our programs, I know the coaches would be real receptive to it.
There's a lot more to these programs than just the coach, the team, and the players, isn't it? There's a lot of logistics involved.
Support, the quarterback club, the diamond club, the dugout club over here for the baseball field. All that's important. All that's important, and it cannot be successful without help. There's no doubt in my mind we wouldn't have won our football state championships without the support of booster clubs and parents. And I really can tell you that our baseball team would not have won a state championship without people like Grover Roden, people like that helping out, booster club people, people that made that place what it is. When I first came here 25 years ago, that wasn't a very attractive baseball field behind us, but now it is a very, very nice facility, and all that was done by booster club people, and they really need to be thanked, and we really appreciate it. Us coaches appreciate it as much help as we can get. As much help we can get, we appreciate them.
Yeah, especially with with a small school system that doesn't necessarily have the funds that a military school like Bradwell has. Exactly. The volunteers that come in are huge here.
Exactly. That's right. It's not always about money. If you can help us complete a project by helping us, like I said, it's not always about money, but we'll take anybody's help that wants to help us.
All right. Well, Coach, we'll see you Friday night. Kickoff
7:30.
7:30. Y'all pack the place, bring your milk jugs, your noisemakers, and we're going to take care of the Hurricanes.
Hope so.
All right. We'll see y'all next week, or Friday night. We'll see you Friday night.